Today we're playing a deck with one of the biggest and meanest top ends that we've had in quite some time, and that is because our deck ramps, and I don't mean just ramps, it ramps like crazy. We are running a plethora of ramp spells. We got things like the Survey, the Many Journeys, the Joint Exploration, so many cards that give us additional lands to play on the battlefield very quickly and early and often. And why are we running so many ramp spells? Because we're trying to get to the magic number of 10 lands as fast as possible, because then we can run any card we want in our deck, being the most expensive at 10 with Hercule's Final Meditation. This is a card that ends our opponent's entire turn right before their draw step if you put a stop before their draw step, and it bounces all of their permanents back to their hand, basically stealing an entire turn from them and resetting their board completely. It's pretty devastating. We also got some huge creatures like a full playset of Titan of Industry, and not to mention Cityscape Leveler, both absolutely huge creatures and big bodies that can take advantage of some really fun and creative removal spell with things like Spinning Wheel Kick. Now, if you guys don't know, Spinning Wheel Kick is a card that you can pump as much mana as you can into it to then target as many of those creatures based on the number of X mana that you spent for this to deal a certain amount of power based on one of your creatures, which we have some really big threats. So we can sweep up to, 3 to 4 creatures or permanents off their battlefield with this single removal spell, which is pretty awesome. It's a really fun deck, guys, and we're trying to make ramp good. It's kind of hard to do in a meta as fast as this one, but I think we got something pretty special here for you today. But if you guys want a full deck breakdown, there will be one at the end of today's video, so stick around for that. In the meantime, down below there's a link for the full deck list, and if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, all that good stuff helps out an absolute ton. With that being said, though, enjoy the games, guys. We'll see you at the end. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're trying something pretty bold. We are trying to ramp. We're trying to do it in a very classic traditional manner of Simic ramp, and we're heavily focused on the keyword ramp here, because we're trying to get so much mana down that we can play things like Hercule's Final Meditation, an absolutely busted card, basically stealing the opponent's entire turn and setting them back hopefully quite a bit. But it is going to take some additional lands, obviously, to get there. So wish me luck. The only reason I'm so worried maybe that this strategy is a little bit more bold is because of the fact that mono red is out there, soldiers are out there, and as long as we don't have a Karn Silax, we're probably going to be in a bit of trouble. All right, the opponent on much more of a control narrative here. They're on an Esper deck with a Bank Buster, Make Disappear. So definitely looking like we're going to be countered quite a bit probably during this game. I hope not, but at least with like Make Disappear, it's going to be a pretty worthless card once we start ramping up and getting all this additional mana. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully it's more of a mid-rangey deck. Oh, artifacts. Okay, I'm pretty familiar with that. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be an artifacts deck. Very cool. I like our odds here. Nothing crazy, fast here, not a crazy aggro deck or anything like that. So we should be okay as far as survivability goes until our late game. Let's go with the Titania's Command, trying to ramp even further, get 2 more lands. Let's create a couple of bears here to put out in front of the opponent's attacks. All right, feeling very good about that. How many lands do we have now? We're already up to 9 lands, so 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we can actually already drop a Hercule's Meditation on them, which is pretty absurd for this early in the game. Wow, I can't believe we actually pulled that off. 10 mana already. That's crazy. All right, is that what we want to do then before we play the Cityscape Leveler? Probably. They're only on 4 mana, so for them to replay all of this nonsense is going to probably take quite a bit for them to do. All right, we're definitely going to double block here. All right, fair enough for me. All right, let's just double check once again. 10 mana, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We put a stop on their opponent's turn. We pass the turn over to them. We're going to completely erase the potential for the opponent to play anything this turn. Just take away their entire hand. Their entire turn. Bounce all the cards back to their hand. They get no card draw. Their turn ends right then and there. And then, I play the Cityscape Leveler. Seems fine to me. Seems fine to me. They've got 4 mana to try to solve the problem of a cityscape leveler on the field. And if we, oh, they solve it. Okay. If we find a silver scrutiny, we're going to be, you know, absolutely off to the races here. Not to mention the portal to Phyrexia is now on the field, which means we get the cityscape leveler back over and over again. That's pretty good. They do have a bank buster in the yard. That's unfortunate. All right, well, that happened pretty quickly, but hey, we do get the cityscape leveler back again, like I said, so that'll be nice. This thing has haste. It can come in right away, dealing 4 damage. I would like to find a Titan of Industry. If I find a Titan of Industry, this game's as good as over. There it is. Oh, you ask, you shall receive, my friend. You ask, you shall receive. There's the game. GG's, man. That was really, really hard for the opponent to overcome. I mean, for us to hit a Hercule's meditation on as early as their turn, what, 6 or something like that, resetting their entire game, stealing their turn, not to mention the leveler already on the field, ready to attack probably, and blowing up the Grease Fang. Yeah, this is just gnarly. That felt really clean, but I am a little concerned. Anytime you play traditional Simic ramp or any ramp in general, you got to worry about those underneath mono red style decks, those soldier decks, which is why we have the Sylax built into this deck as well, though. The Sylax hopefully can kind of keep us alive as long as we need. But it's really nice too, because the Sylax kind of eats everything. So even if we go up against like Mardu and Grixis midrange, the Sylax can go ahead and it can blow up your opponent's like Fables and everything like that. Oh man, this is such a weird hand. I mean, we've got the joint exploration. Let's give it a shot, man. I don't know. We're gonna need some luck here off the top of the deck. This was a bad keep for sure, but I'm gonna keep it anyways because I am looking for trouble, guys. Looking for trouble. All right, let's not draw any more cards like that for a minute. Let's just kind of draw into some actual spells that maybe ramp me to these big things. The survey would be nice. Nothing from the opponent for 3 turns so far, so I'm getting pretty lucky when it comes to that. Okay, nothing from the opponent, not even a land drop here. Wow, we might actually get super lucky against this opponent. Sylax might not be that important. I think I'm going to dump both of these off. I really need to find another ramp spell, so... Yikes! Okay, we're gonna draw 2 cards here because I cannot miss a land drop. Not in this situation. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the shuffler looks like it's on its absolute shenanigans today. 2 Sylaxes, 2 Titans, 2 portals, 2 wheel kicks. What a nightmare. But Sylax is down. They do have a Shieldred down. It took them a while to get there, so... we have time, man. They gave us too much time to set up. I think whenever, you know, the ramp deck is doing its thing, and if you can't pressure it, you're in a lot of trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. But if I find another green source... Gosh darn it. Okay. That's not good. Well, I am going to blow up the Shieldred here, even though they probably have another one. And we might as well play the many journeys here because it is going to gain us life on its 2nd saga. So just looking for 1 forest here, guys. 1 forest. And we got ourselves a Titan of Industry. Get us back into this game. Let's go. We're in it, baby. Let's go. There are a lot of kill spells that the opponent may offer for the Titan here. But the problem with putting a shield counter on is they can instantly, you know, decide to... blow the Titan up. So even if we had to put a shield counter on the Titan to protect it, it's not going to work because they would just do that in response. So we're going to gain the 5 life and create a 4 body. I'm totally chill with that. Portal to Phyrexia is going to be a much harder card to get rid of eventually, and it can keep bringing the Titan back over and over again. So we're almost there. So the opponent just holding on to a handful of absolute removal spells, man, just full of removal spells. I would imagine they probably got 2 more of those even for the Titan of Industry coming up here. But actually not even going to go for the Titan of Industry. I'm going to go ahead and draw some more cards here. 4 or 5. I can draw upwards to 5, but let's assume that we draw into one of our ramp spells. So let's draw 3. Let's draw 3. See if we find a ramp spell. Kill spell coming out for the 3/3. That's fine. Wow, we did find a ramp spell, but not the one we wanted. I guess one of the wheel kicks can go. We didn't find a land though. Holy. I find it a little comical sometimes when this stuff happens. It's pretty wild. All right, we're gonna go with the survey. There's our lands. And let's get one of these down just to kind of threaten the board state. I mean, we're fine. We're at 20 life total. The opponent just on an absolute kill tribal deck, which is not good for this particular situation. Because again, once we get the portal to Phyrexia down, you can kill my stuff all you want. It just keeps coming back. And when it keeps coming back, it's going to be eventually you're gonna run out of things that you can do. And they don't even play the Shieldred there. That's very strange. Yeah, very strange that they didn't play the Shieldred there. I am going to play out the portal to Phyrexia. I guess they just didn't want me to blow it up with the Sylax. I mean, you're going to have to figure that out sooner or later. You're going to have to bring it in at some point. Titan of Industry. Gain 5, create a Rhino. And they kill it. And I bring it back again. Over and over again we go. This is going to be the way we win this game. All right, draw a card. Another Titan. Yeah, when you see my hand, the opponent would definitely scoop, but they don't see it right now, so they're just gonna kind of hang out and try to play this out, figure out a way to blow up my portals. But it's kind of impossible to beat us at this point. I mean, I have every banger in my entire deck in my hand and all the mana in the world to play it. So GG's, let's go. All right, confirmed. Ramp is tier 1. Right? Imagine. Now that last opponent played into our hand pretty well. That was a good matchup for us. Oh gosh, why do we keep finding all of our big spells early though? Double joint exploration is fine. It's able to find us, some lands when we use it for 2, and then we use it for 3 to get that extra land. But we find our land anyways, which means we probably don't even need to use our joint exploration here until turn 3. Oh, we can't use our exploration until turn 3. All right, we're up against soldiers. Finally, we're up against soldiers. This is the one deck that I really feared the most. And we go second, so it's probably a foregone conclusion that we've lost this one, but we're going to try to do this anyways. All right, let's go here. And we need to find what? A Sylax? Yeah, Sylax is going to be the move. All right. Giving Thalia the 1/1 counter. No brainer there. We attack. I go down to 12. I search for 1 card here. That's actually, both of these are actually really good. We'll keep these both. I mean, we could get to a Titan. I mean, gosh, it's going to be close. 4, 5, 6, not quite there. Not quite there by next turn. Yeah, this is going to be over. I think we might have been okay here, though. We ended up in a really good spot here. The only thing that really kills us here is the fact that Thalia's on the field, making everything more expensive. It really set us back an absolute ton. So that's going to be game. I mean, Soldiers is good. Soldiers is really good. What can I say? And it's going second didn't help. And also, I mean, like I said, aggro was going to be one of the tougher matchups for us for sure. And I wasn't wrong. Wasn't wrong. They just did not give me enough time to set up, and not to mention the taxing was really brutal. But we don't lose any rank, which is nice. Which is really nice, actually. I guess that's what I get for joking about it being tier 1, huh? They're like, let me show you what a real tier 1 deck looks like, Swayze. Soldiers, man. Ugh. Makes me want to vomit. No, I'm just kidding. Opening hand here, nice. After the mulligan, of course. And oh, actually we might want that. Let's drop the Titan. What am I even doing considering keeping the Titan here? Knowing us, we're gonna draw into another Titan. Another mono black player. Okay, mono black is really more my speed, so that's good. That's good. Sylax next turn would be great. And they miss a land drop. Oh man, I actually feel really bad when my opponents miss land drops like that. It's not cool. Don't keep a 2-lander going first. I know I do it all the time, so I'm not one to talk, but man, it is just asking for trouble. All right, let's get the survey down next turn. Hopefully it doesn't whiff. All right, that's 3 damage a pop, which doesn't feel good. All right, good. We didn't whiff. And we got ourselves a very big silver scrutiny, but that doesn't matter if our opponent runs out a Shieldred. I kind of hope they do run out of Shieldred, though, because then I've got a really good Silax. That's also very good. All right. Silax for 3, allowing us to hit a joint exploration as well. I mean, that's money. That's money. All right, we'll be seeing you. And then joint exploration for some extra ramp into a cityscape leveler. That's all they have for us, so no land drop again for them. Yeah, they're in trouble here, guys. I'm not gonna lie, they are in a lot of trouble. Cityscape leveler on the field, blowing up their bank buster, not able to draw any more cards. You got to deal with an 8/8 now. I did give them extra mana, which clearly they have things they can use it for, but all right, that's also pretty good. That's also pretty good. Cityscape leveler in the yard. I am going to go for a big silver scrutiny here. I've got upwards to 6 cards I can draw, but I think I'm just going to draw 4. 2, 3, 4. All right. And let's get 1 additional land here. Perfect. That's a perfect 1-2 punch here. Draw that, get the extra land down. Titania's Command's coming up next. And what do we want to do next turn, though? Portal to Phyrexia seems fun, so we can keep getting back our leveler. And they make us discard a card. Definitely going to be one of those. And here comes Shieldred. Or Sorin. Sorin's an option.
Consider yourself fortunate.
They go for a card draw. Interesting choice. Okay, looking for lands, I'm assuming. All right, so what do we want to do this turn, guys? I think what I want to do is run this sucker out, blow one of these planeswalkers up, run the other one over, but I don't think that would be the wise decision. I think the smarter decision would be just to get the portal down, because we're not, you know, facing any imminent damage from the opponent here, and it gives us time to set up for every other turn to keep bringing this thing back again and again. So we will see. We'll see how it pans out. Invoke. That's a good one. I can't lie, that is a good one. 5 cards in their graveyard. That's a 5 life gain. Make that 6. 6 life gain.
My ways are not.
All right, leveler back in. Now, if I don't kill this right away, they're just gonna minus, right, and then take me out. So I feel like I have to play this. But at the same time, I feel like I also have to just get their graveyard taken care of. This is tough. You know what? I am gonna do this. I'm gonna go graveyard and then create 2 bears. Make their decision a little bit harder as far as how they're going to remove things, because if they minus with Liliana, it's not a very good minus, is it? All right, and even if they do minus, I may actually even drop the leveler because I get it back, so that's kind of nice. They're trying to ult their Sorin here, and I don't blame them. It is like a one shot here, but you're gonna have to protect it pretty heavily here, that's for sure.
Blood for knowledge.
Path of Peril. That does it for the... Okay, and then you do kill my Cityscape leveler here with your minus on Liliana. Very nice. But you did forget about the Silax. Oh, they make me discard. Not what I expected. Not what I expected. All right. Simple Silax for 4. And we get in with the leveler. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. All right. Can you answer that, my friend? Probably not, I would imagine, but who knows? Who knows? Invoke Despair. That was about the best they could do. It's not enough, though. Not enough. I mean, they're going to take only 8 here, so they are still alive, technically, and they could have, like, a kill spell here. But if it's like, yeah, if it's an Infernal Grasp, I was just gonna say if it's Infernal Grasp, they're dead, because I can go ahead and just, you know, bring one of these in and attack immediately. So submit 0, and that's gonna be game. And I had another Silver Scrutiny to kind of rejuice up my hand again. We could have drawn upwards to 7 cards probably this turn and got an entirely new hand, but there we go. Another good W there. All right, that was very clean, man. I think mono black is just a really good matchup for us, to be honest. It depends on the mono black, I guess, though, because there are some that run out the early game evolved sleeper into the shadow, and then they just are constantly smacking you in the face. Those could be pretty troubling for us, I'm sure, but okay, I get to go first. This is okay because I have the survey, but I mean, I would hope we find something a little sooner than that, but you never know. You never know. All right, do your thing, 21. Let's go. Esper, huh? Hopefully it's not the Esper that likes to counter a bunch of stuff. That'd be a bummer. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Rafine here. I mean, I kind of would actually mind seeing Rafine. That's a pretty dangerous card, but it would mean that probably not hard focus counter magic, right? All right, that's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that. Nice. We almost whiffed there. We got both lands though, thank goodness, which does put us at 6. This will take us to 7, 8, maybe even 9. And we'll port up to Phyrexia. So come on, land. Nope, no land. Doesn't take us quite to 9, but very close. We'll get double the bears. Double the bears. The bears. And yeah, take both of these. All right. Now they're going to have to kill one of these bears here, which I'm sure they will right here, so they can keep attacking with the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Yep, there it is. Parasitic Grasp. That's a cool one. I love that card a lot, actually, because it goes really well in today's meta because it attacks humans specifically for cheap. Oh, that's a card. Okay.
No matter the time or place, I'm ready to win.
Going straight for it, huh?
See a familiar face.
All right, we are at 9 now. This portal to Phyrexia is looking pretty spicy, I can't lie. Take care of the board currently, and then we attack into Teferi. That is just a beautiful work of art. Not to mention we get their Flesh Gorger back as our own. This is what we call pure domination. Man, this is good. This is really good, I can't lie. Oh, we're taking their Flesh Gorger for the full 7/5 body. I would imagine they're probably going to scoop here. Oh, they're going to return. Oh, never mind. Okay, well done. Good answer. Good answer, as Family Feud would have it. Good answer, good answer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could draw 7. I definitely don't need that much. Maybe 4? We'll take 4 cards. All right, just keep on. Oh, we whiffed. I kind of had a feeling we might whiff there on that one just because we've drawn so many lands already and got them on the field. So the deck's a lot thinner than it was before. So definitely a possibility. Might Stone, Weak Stone. Okay. What do we got in the graveyard here? Nothing on our end, nothing on their end. We are at 10 mana now, though, so... But I don't think I really care. I think we just play this out. Blow up the Might Stone, Weak Stone. Create a 4/4 Rhino. And might as well play this out while we can. And that should just about do it. We threaten to remove any sort of permanence they might want to play on the battlefield this next couple of turns. And all the mana in the world to, you know, blow up whatever. All right. They take one of my lands. Interesting. I didn't think we had any more in the deck, to be honest. And let's see. Probably just go with this. Blowing up this. Seems pretty fun. And smack them for a boatload of damage. And I don't know how they deal with this, to be honest, because they're clearly running their Gix's command as their sweeper of choice. There is Path to Peril, I guess we got to worry about, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, that would be pretty crazy if they had that. Oops. Oh, I only can do this for one. Actually, cancel that. Sorry, I don't know why I thought I could do that for two. All right, we're definitely going to be taking their vampire. Love that. You want to steal my cards? I steal yours. It's only fair. It's only fair. Definitely attack in. Blow this up. And there's game. GG's, man. Holy cow. That was really good. That was really good. That was amazing. Man, this is one of those ones where as soon as I'm done playing this and I know I can't play it anymore, I'm going to get sad. I want to keep playing these kind of decks, man. Especially when I'm finding success like this. I just want to take this all the way to diamond. It's so much fun. The opponent goes first. I can't keep that. I really shouldn't keep that either. All right, I guess that's somewhat doable. Oh, man. Big yikes. Another Esper deck, huh? Well, we've probably already lost this one, I'm not gonna lie. We're going second, and I mean, nothing in really happening until, you know, the turn 4 survey, so. But I do have Karn Silax, so who knows? Yep, Karn Silax coming in. I knew I was gonna regret dropping that 4th land drop. That's gonna come back to haunt me, isn't it? I hope not. I would imagine, you know, we should be able to find a 4th land drop by, you know, turn 4, but you know, Arena's never been super consistent with those types of things, so can't really put too much faith in it. What do we do if it doesn't? Do we blow the Silax up? Probably not. We might just have to sit here because the opponent's really looking deeply into the Silax here, highlighting it and whatnot. So I doubt they're going to walk into any more casualties here. They're not going to throw down any more permanents. Yep. So we're going to have to pass the turn. Definitely not blowing up the Silax for a single Spirited Companion. I'll keep taking 1 damage all day long. But man, oh man, that is rough. Double spinning wheel kicks in hand here. By the way, I haven't even got to play that card yet. Maybe I should take that card out. It does feel like a little bit of a win more, so I'm not too sure if that's the right place for it. You know, let's just go one of each of these. I don't want to be taking damage for no reason. All right, and pass the turn. I mean, they have to do something, right? So there's clearly no counter magic there. Karn Silax has got to be one of the best removal spells ever as far as sweepers go, because of that reason the opponent has to really be afraid of it and not able to kind of make the moves they want to make. 1 2 3 4 5. Actually, you know, I am gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna give a shield counter and create a 4/4. And what I'm going to do after that is I'm actually going to get use out of the spinning wheel kick. Let's go. We're going to spinning wheel kick the heck out of them. Let's see. So 2 mana and then 2, 4. Oh, no. I could still spinning wheel kick with the 4/4 body, though. That's good. But it's not going to do nearly as much because Karn's not going to die now. That is whack. Well, I guess I could attack into them, too. So that's a possibility. I need to find a land, though. Nice. We found it. We found the land, which means we do the spinning wheel kick for 3, right? Yes, sir. 1 2 3. 1 2 and 3. Auto pay. We take the 3 all day. Spinning wheel kick. Look at that. Judo chop their necks, man. Let's go. And we take them down to 2 on the Karn. Love that. Absolutely judo chopped them all down. Working on that kick all week, man. All right. Now that's a problem, though, because the opponent now has a creature bigger than my 4/4, so not gonna be nearly as good. Not to mention it's a card that if I pull the trigger on this, I'm just absolutely toast. Wow, Shieldred was just a nightmare card pull there, huh? Okay. What do I do? Gosh, I wish this was instant speed. If it was instant speed, we'd have no problems here, but ow, I've got to take the risk on this, huh? Let's just draw 3. Let's not get too crazy. I can't really afford to get too crazy here. All right, we do find a good card in Titan of Industry here. And we're gonna have to pass the turn. No attacks. Gonna have to protect our life total from the Shieldred being able to attack. And we can kill it next, well, not next turn, but the turn after. But at least the Titan of Industry can come in. Well, that'll do it. Bummer, man. We actually had a really good play there with the spinning wheel kick, followed up by Shieldred. Shieldred single-handedly killed us because we couldn't play our Silver Scrutiny. What a nightmare, huh? That's tough. That's tough. Oh, Shieldred's so good, man. Shieldred's such a good card. It says, hey, I know you have one card in hand that says you can draw 50 cards, and that's what you were banking on, but let me go ahead and play a Shieldred here who says you take 2 damage for every card draw. That's just unlucky, you know? Opponent had some crazy good luck there on that one. GG. All right, well, we did just play another game. I guess you can call it that. The opponent scooped immediately. Don't know why. I have no clue, but we did get the win. So we're up another rank here. Not to mention, let's talk for a second about that last loss, man. Holy cow, freaking Shieldred. That's a card I didn't think was going to be that good when it came out, but man, was I absolutely wrong. That thing is absolutely disgusting. All right. But we got a pretty good start here. Not enough early game ramp, unfortunately. I wish we had a little bit more than this, but it should be fine. Drop it a leveler for sure. And we'll go ahead and drop down the Silax as well. I hope the opponent doesn't make us discard again, but you know, typically if they start out with discard, they power through with discard. So I'd imagine that's what's going to happen here. All right, tapped land. It is Jund though. Jund doesn't exactly scream out like discard, but all right, that's fine. All right, man, have it your way. Have it your way like it's BK. Come on now. All right, that's fine. We are up to already 6 lands, about to be 7, potentially 8 with the many journeys. And then from there, we could just start spamming these cityscape levelers to just keep rolling over the opponent. I don't like the Stomper here. It does ramp them up. Good chance our opponent here might be on some Portal to Phyrexia type stuff, so that would not shock me. All right, the good news is we're gonna, you know, basically be right back to 20 life total after this turn. Sunrise does draw them some cards, but we have a leveler to answer that next turn. All right, back to 20. I like the exploration here. It's a little bit of a scry draw action, so we're gonna get some value out of that for sure. And not to mention we have an 8/8 on the field now, so your little 1/1 beetle's gonna have to stop attacking me, man. Yeah, right, they're Jund. They have answers for days. Terra Sunder being one of those answers. Yikes. That's pretty nasty. That's also pretty nasty, but hey, that gets killed, you know, that dies to the Cityscape leveler as well. Oh, I want to play that so badly, but there's nothing to answer this, right? Well, do we care? Don't really care, do I? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's draw 6. Why the heck not? This is what we call a power reload here. A reload, man. Let's go. Fresh new set of cards. Brand new hand. The Elder is probably going to blow up. I was going to say the Elder can blow up the enchantments, but they didn't. Yeah, they could have just played that and blew it up that way, but I guess maybe they want more lands or life gain. I don't know. But they could have blew it up there. It was technically an enchantment, so. All right, we have to figure something out though, because even the Portal to Phyrexia here is in trouble, because if I play it out in the Silverback Elder is still alive, it's gonna blow it up. So, not to mention we just die anyways because of the power that it produces. Guess we got to try to find a Titan of Industry here, and we do find it. Beautiful. Okay, thank goodness. I was gonna say that's pretty much the only way out of this problem, which is kind of annoying. Oh, I should have played out the many journeys first. Should have counted my mana, but I didn't. So here I am being a knucklehead. Could have counted my mana there, played the many journeys, looked to gain 3 more life next turn, but this is fine. I mean, we have a Titan of Industry which blocks the Silverback Elder extremely well, so, and not to mention we're back to 10, so I'm all right. I just wish that would have gone differently because I should have just slowed down just a tiny bit there. Well, we almost lost this game due to some of my mistakes there too. So I'm glad we didn't lose it. Awaken the Woods. Oh, that is so bad for us, man, because that makes the portal to Phyrexia that much worse. All right. Well, definitely going to kill you. Definitely going to kill you. Taking 5 doesn't feel great. Portal to Phyrexia eats up this. Leaving a block here. 6, I can actually make them draw a card instead. I'd still be alive, so that's good. That's good. That's good. 11 lands. Let's play this out first because we want to make sure we get that extra land, and we want to make sure we get the life gain. All right, so they sacrificed their 3 stooges and we're gonna give them some cards here, unfortunately, because we have to make sure the Shakedown Heavy goes back untapped. Oh, painful quandary. What an absolute painful quandary. All right, take action. Yes, block here. I am going to take their Silverback Elder, no doubt about it, because that is going to gain me some life. All right, and this is whenever we play a creature, right? Cast a creature spell. This is a creature spell. Gain me 4 life, or even better. No, this is even better. Hold on, here's what we'll do. Cast this. Attack into them with this. Blow this up. Boom. Now we got ourselves a nice... I thought for sure that would count as casting, but I guess Unearthing is not casting, which is fine. 1, 2, 3. Okay, little sketchy on this game for sure. I'm playing this a little bit sketch, but you know what? We got rid of the painful quandary. We've got 2 great blockers here. The Elder's going to keep gaining us life as long as we play creatures, which we don't really have too many in the deck. We did lose 2 Cityscape Levelers, and Titan of Industry is the only thing left, so gonna have to hope for the best here on that. Glorious Sunrise. Yikes, man. They just keep finding really, really good cards. Really good cards. And they go to the attack step. Sure, they're going to draw a card here. Yep, they do. They got us on the ropes here, though, man. It's so frustrating. Do they attack into me, though? Because I can actually block the heavy here. Pretty good. Yep, no attacks. Didn't think they would. Wow, that's tough. Well, you know what? How many cards? 8 cards in there? I'm dropping the portal. I know that might seem crazy. I know. But this keeps getting me value. Not to mention, this can exile their graveyard, getting me a boatload of life gain. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this and do this. Back to 14. 3, 4. Draw 4 cards. And not terrible. Yeah, we start threatening their life total here. We've got 2 creatures still left on the battlefield, one with vigilance at 6/6 and the other at 5/5. So we're definitely sending these bad boys through. And now we get the beetle off of their graveyard, which makes them discard a card. Yeah, I think we got this. It was a little sloppy. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not super proud of the way I played that game, but we got through it. If I could go back in time in this game, where I really started to make my errors was when I really miscalculated how quickly they were dealing damage to me and how much danger I was actually in. I should have really been looking for that Titan a little bit sooner, but all right, they look to what? Draw another card, I would imagine. That card, I was gonna say that card is gonna get discarded though if I take a certain, well, actually the Elder's back in the graveyard, so we'll probably take that instead. Elder. Silax is cool. I do this again though. 2 cards, so we don't want to go that route. Probably just do one of these. And probably just blow this up. And I'll probably go find 2 lands. Yeah, just kind of unload the entire hand here, really. All right, let's see how they block this. They can't take the 11, so they got to put one of their big creatures on the 11/11. It has trample, and then they can chump block the other two. Yeah, there's really no way out of this. I think I think they're gonna concede here. I would imagine there's just not a lot going on here, and I took away their only ability to draw cards with the sunrise, and I'm back to 14. So this should just about do it. Pretty cool deck that they had here, though. Defiler's a little bit confusing to me, though, because I haven't seen a ton of green creatures. All right, definitely gonna go here. Boom, boom. Definitely go here, and lastly go here. All right, we unload the entire hand. We gotta hope the opponent doesn't have a sweeper. Even if they do, we get a Titan of Industry back onto the battlefield, so I wouldn't mind too much. There is no such thing. I mean, in at least not in Jund colors, there's no such thing as exile everything. So, good game. All right, we gained 3 life. We send these all through, and that should do it. GG's. Shields are not going to get the job done this time around. Just too much overwhelming power from us on that end. Man, once you get all the mana down from your deck, it is absurd what you can do with this thing. Crazy. That is going to conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to break the deck down and talk about it a little bit further. But before I do so, I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who made it this far. I do appreciate that a lot. It helps with a ton with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for sticking with me all the way through. And I'm glad you enjoyed the content enough to do so. With that being said, let's take a look at today's deck, man. Again, this deck was just inspired by ramp, if you couldn't tell. It's got so many ramp cards, probably more than I've ever run in a single game. I mean, just the many journeys to the joint, exploration to the survey. I wanted to make sure we were never short of a ramp spell, and that is because the only playable cards we have are 6 mana and higher, and that's on the cheap side of things. So I wanted to make sure we could get there fast enough to play these spells out before we actually died. Not to mention, I knew we were going to need, obviously, a sweeper of some sort to run this deck. Now, Simic obviously doesn't run sweepers aside from Hercule's Meditation, which isn't good enough because it's a little bit too late in the game at that point to be trying to save face with the sweeper. So we needed to get down Karn Silex. Now, Karn Silex coming down on 3 is great. It doesn't immediately sweep the board, which is a bit of a problem, but what's nice about it is either the opponent is going to completely ignore it and keep throwing value into the board, allowing you to sweep for a much bigger payout, or it's going to slow them down significantly because they're going to be afraid to play anything else to beat you down with, because why throw your creatures down until the Silex is gone? That way they can save value. So it does a really good job of not only sweeping boards up, but threatening the board state, long enough to, allow you to set up. And that's when these sort of cards come into play, like Titan of Industry and Titania's Command, because both of these cards have life gain built into it. So typically by this time where we set up, we're going to be a little short on health. It's just going to be what it is. We're probably going to be down to somewhere between 10 to 5 life, and then Titania's Command and Titan of Industry comes in, drops a few life totals on us, like +5, or Titania's Command can, I think in this video, I can't remember, but I think we got up to 8 life gain in one video, or one pull. So very big on the life gain. And then from there, our opponents aren't going to be able to keep up. It's just not going to happen. Once we've ramped up to 10 mana and we have full on Hercule's Meditation if we want it, or, spamming cards like Titan of Industries and Cityscape Levelers and Portal to Phyrexias, they're not going to be able to keep up with that value. It's just too heavy of, and the opponents are probably going to be playing something that's a little bit more aggro or mid-rangey that, their threats are not going to be nearly as big and sizable. And not to mention that our threats, like the Cityscape Leveler, can keep attacking in over and over again to, keep killing their permanents, which is nice. And then we steal their graveyard with Portal to Phyrexia. So, I mean, there's just never going to be a time where we're not just dropping absolute bombs once all of this mana, all of this mana ramp goes off. Not to mention, one of the better things about ramping, just purely ramping here with like these Simic ramp decks, is that once you start ramping with these cards, you're thinning the deck out pretty substantially, because we're drawing 2 extra lands here, an extra land here, an extra land here, and we're pulling these out of the deck. And the top decks get, significantly better because you're, and especially with Titania's Command being able to go into and taking 2 lands, but you're always pulling lands out of the deck and thinning out the possibilities of you drawing into a land and giving you better options to hit off the top of the deck. And then of course we have to go up the top with Silver Scrutiny. This is a card that can rejuice and refill our entire hand very quickly, because cards like Many Journeys and Joint Exploration is going to be putting an extra land on the battlefield, so your hand's going to be running out pretty quickly. You want to try to unload your hand fast, which means you're going to have to rejuice at some point. Scrutiny is the best way to do it, because you pump an X amount of mana into it, reset your entire hand, and you're back into the game, no problem. Which is also why we ran Spinning Wheel Kick. This card right here, again, dump as much mana as you can into it, and the better it gets. The more mana, the better this card gets. You can target X amount of creatures and then hit them with the amount of power based on one of your creatures on the field, and it works so well in this deck. But it is a very tricky card, I won't lie. It's not as nearly as good as I wanted it to be. It's a bit slow, and by the time we get to the Titans and these big spells, we've typically swept up the board, or the Cityscape Leveler or the Portal's kind of doing the job for us. So it's pretty rare that the Spinning Wheel Kick's going to be relevant for us, but it has taken out a few Planeswalkers that have been problematic for me. So I really do enjoy the card an absolute ton. But I think that's everything. I think we kind of covered the whole basis here. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Being on a Saturday too, a nice little bonus, but we did miss Tuesday, so I wanted to make sure we got you guys a little something extra special on Saturday, because I had already recorded it anyways. But I'm gonna go into this weekend, record as many videos as I can for next week. Obviously another 5 videos coming your way, and then hopefully get some editing done on the box opening for the Marty Mob. And if you guys don't know, I like to give a huge shout out to the Marty Mob at the end of every video. It's the membership program on this channel, so these people help monetarily grow the channel, and I want to say thank you, of course, from the bottom of my heart. And special content just for them on the way. Promise it's on the way. But thank you for everything, guys. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and yeah, we'll see you guys on Monday for another one. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.